Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is All Random Daily 007 speaking, your secret agent to loads of fun. I am playing Madden 22 as the Los Angeles Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. Just a little note, I am still sick. I now have a sinus infection that I've contracted from having the flu. And my chest hurts so bad from coughing and hacking up phlegm that it sometimes hurts to take in a deep breath. But other than that, my lungs are clear. It's that bad, and I'm on antibiotics for a sinus infection. So hopefully after I get rid of this, I'll be done being sick, and I can do a little more. That's why I've been absent for almost a week. So I apologize. I've just been really sick. But anyway, let's get on with the game.
Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when the Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams.
is gone.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then turning into the end zone for the pick six. Still get another shot on now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And following the pick six, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
Trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in going to the tight end. Great sight line, usually right in the middle of the field. This offense is definitely so getting out of the game. It's almost like they missed the wake-up call for this one. No points for the first two possessions. And it's not this one either. So they're forced to punt and forward as this one's away. Return Jackson. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's starting as well. He's got to find something on this drive.
Sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off, and get the ball in your hands for a while.
This is good. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Carson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once you make the decision to go, you can hold to it and win. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Two-minute warning.
Still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's Calais. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 104 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Calais. Pushing his way through. Still fighting. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Raymond Calais with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. That was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
Someone else can get there and tackle him, but not here. He just kept right on going.
seconds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator right now can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
He's getting now to add the extra point. He's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kickers away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the air. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short, they'll take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime as the visiting Rams take the lead of the race. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with our EA Sports halftime report now. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you too in just a moment. Let's get everybody here in week 5. First weekend where not everybody is in action. Have begun to take a fight. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. Atlanta taking on the New York Jets. They got to set your alarm for that one. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. No good stuff later in the afternoon. One being down in the desert. Going to be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the Colts return to Baltimore. That should be interesting. Right live from Independence Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game,
Back and forth first half.
who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our
Your
broadcast
broadcasting,
team,
the
Brandon
Roto-Moon,
and Charles Davis.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Rams to take over. They're looking at a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. About 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for LA.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. How about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They've got to dig down deep, and then they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving."
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Long, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, maybe points aren't going to happen. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
1 quarter to go.
With more after this, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Funk. Oh, he sheds himself free.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down. Zach Kerr, the big defensive tackle, the one to get him down. 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks
2-minute
17.
warning.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On third down, Funk unable to corral him. He fights through. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, Funk, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And that is it for this game.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for L.A., they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
And look at that. My quarterback got a perfect game. Doesn't happen very often. Well, that is it for this video. I will see you all at the next one. I love y'all. Peace.